From Brussels to the West Bank to Lebanon, the fallout from Israel's strike is clear. The Palestinians claim the U.S. and Israel were complicit in the assassination on Rantisi. Israel is standing firm that Hamas is their al-Qaeda. Daniel Ayalon is Israel's ambassador to the U.S. Galeb Daravia counsels the PLO on political affairs. They are our newsmakers tonight. Good evening to both of you. First to you, Mr. Ambassador Ayalon. Did Prime Minister Ariel Sharon consult with President Bush this past week on this assassination attack on Rantisi?
No, not at all, Carol. We never seek approval, nor do we get any approval for legitimate acts of self-defense. This was a sovereign Israeli decision. We have first and foremost obligation to protect the citizen men, women, and children of Israel. Today, justice was brought to a mass murderer, to an arch-terrorist, and when he is no longer able to do what he does, I think we are all much safer today.
An arch-terrorist, Prime Minister Ariel Sharon has called Yasser Arafat a terrorist. Is he next on Israel's hit list?
Well, he's certainly a terrorist. He's certainly the one who inspires and is the main obstacle to any progress. And let me, Carol, not express any future plans that we have, but certainly he's an obstacle.
Well, how is he any different than a Rantisi or an Abdul Yassin? I mean, a terrorist is a terrorist. You have said that Hamas and these terrorist suicide bombers are the al-Qaeda of Israel. If you stand by that statement, what is to stand in the way of Israel of going after Yasser Arafat if Ariel Sharon means what he says about him?
Well, I would say nothing stands in the way in terms of moral justifications. But of course, there are other considerations, and we will take all considerations into account before we make any decision present and in the future.
What would be the primary consideration?
Primary considerations would be the implications, ramifications on the area, and also whether there is an imminent danger coming from any person. If there is a ticking bomb whereby a person is going to affect or cause the death of innocent people, then I think we have all justifications to stop it.
So is Israel still going to go after the future leaders of Hamas then?
Well, absolutely. Hamas has vowed the destruction of the Jewish people, the destruction of Israel. It's against any peace process, against any moving forward. And Carol, as we are preparing now to leave Gaza, for the first time grant Palestinians some land over there, as we are preparing to leave some areas in the West Bank, opening a new opportunity, a real chance for peace. I hope the Palestinians would grab that, and anyone.
But you are saying, Mr. Ambassador, that the future leader of Hamas, the next leader of Hamas, is once again a marked man targeted by the next Israeli strike.
Let me be precise. So long as Hamas, a terrorist organization, is vowed on the destruction and death, so long as they keep preparing death squads and dispatch suicide bombers into Israeli markets, buses, and kindergartens, yes, we have to protect ourselves, and there's only one way to do it. By the way, the Palestinian Authority could have well spared the lives of the Rantisi and the other terrorists if they had all put them behind bars. They could do it anytime. They could still do it now.
Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much for your time tonight. We want to get to the other side right away. Galeb Daravia is a counselor for political and congressional affairs for the Palestinian Liberation Organization. Mr. Daravia, thank you very much for being with us tonight. You have heard what Israel's ambassador has to say. Israel does say that Hamas is its al-Qaeda, that it has a right to self-defense. Wouldn't you agree after nearly 1,000 Israelis have been targeted and killed by suicide bombers?
Well, Carol, thank you very much for inviting me and giving me this opportunity tonight. Well, I believe this has always been the Israeli tone of trying to draw this parallel between their war of aggression and their war and their aggression against the Palestinian people with the American legitimate war against terrorism. Well, let me remind you of a simple fact that here is a country that has exercising actually an apartheid system against the Palestinian people for the past 35 years. We are under occupation. They are occupying our land. So we have an international legitimacy in actually protecting our people, in resisting an occupation that deprive our people of of actually their freedom. That's one. Number two, this is called an extrajudiciary killing, which is actually prohibited inside Israel, and they are exercising it among Palestinians, and this is only further radicalizing the Palestinians, and it's not actually helping the Palestinian moderates among Palestinians to believe that a peace process can lead to their freedom in the future.
Mr. Darby, let me ask you this. Mr. Rantisi signed off on dozens of suicide bomb attacks personally that have killed hundreds of people. What is the loss to the Palestinian people if this man is now dead?
Well, Carol, it's not as simple as what you are saying, actually. This is a man who represents a political leader of Hamas. He is not a military guy. There are many people among the military wing of Hamas that Israel targets every day, and they keep doing it. But this man
I'm not talking about innocent
political
civilians. I'm talking about a man who has been on videotape blessing the suicide bombers as they leave on their missions. This is not the Palestinian farmer or the Palestinian hotel keeper whom I interviewed in the West Bank, or the people who are trapped at the checkpoints. I understand that fully and have seen it personally.
Yeah, yes, Carol, but this does not give the right to Israel in any way to kill any man this way. If there are law, this is a state that considers itself a state of law and order. We should, deal with such issues in a much more civilized way of taking people to court, try to ask them to defend themselves, and you cannot just simply kill people for what they say. In Israel itself, they have so many radicals inside Israel who call for the destructions of the Palestinian people, throwing them out in the sea, throwing them out of that, killing them all, actually. Do we go and kill the Israelis? No, there are radicals.
So let me ask you this.
Carol,
Hamas has threatened.
Carol.
But let me ask you this, because it's important. What is the appropriate response by the Palestinian people then to this attack?
To this attack, we are gonna now ask the international community to protect the Palestinian people. We have been for such a long time under this foreign military occupation. Israel denies the entire Palestinian nation of their dignity, of their freedom. Daily Palestinians are killed. More than 3,000 Palestinians, Carol, just being killed in the past 3 years, and more than 30,000 Palestinians who were injured. Why don't you ask me about these people? This is what is happening in the Palestinian land. More than 120 mothers lost their babies at checkpoints. This is injustice. This is not right. I think the conscious and the international community has really a responsibility here
and
to
the
protect
international
the Palestinians.
and the international community certainly, Mr. Darabia, is responding very strongly around the world. I want to thank you very much. And I want to thank you very much for your time, Khaled Darabia. We appreciate it. Mr. Ambassador Daniel Ayalon, we appreciate your time as well.
Thank you.